Well, that was I don't
flashback, baby. Dip and toe, let's go.
Yes, flashback. I don't know. I came into the stream today, and the intro clips were missing, and so I saw those, and I was like, okay, I'll set it as intro outro. And then I'm looking, and I started playing. I'm like, well, that ain't the right one. That's not the right intro song. So, in any event, welcome to Dip a Toe, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? We got a bunch of people in the chat already, Simon.
We got 19 heads in the chat, 10 of them on the YouTube. We got 5 of them from the World Be Free and 4 on and that's the X World Be Free, and also on X at the Dip a Toe Show. Plus, we have no idea how many people are checking us out on IMUTV, but I know it is way more than what we're looking at right now. So good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah, we got a lot of people in the chat.
We got Rosemary. Of course, we always got our Silver Days.
Silver Days in the house.
Always number one. He will not be outdone. Not like it's just not happening. Silver Days is in it to win it. We appreciate you, my friend, coming every week to the show. First one in the chat. You're awesome.
We should see if we can't turn the comments off or on. Just to throw them off a little bit.
Oh, I mean, well, we can do that.
No. I mean, for them to come in and comment. He was there at 1:32 p.m. West Coast. Like, get out of
here. we got Miss Keita in the house. What's up, Keita, and Miss Kelly
friend.
And Ed?
Hey, buddy.
Thank you for coming. And Real Slim, the boss, is in the house.
Slim's in the house, baby.
The other half of the Rob Nichols and the wonderful song that they did together. I got my NFT, and it's awesome. We got Kristen in here. Hey, Dip a Toe fam. You guys, those of you that are watching on X, if you would go over to the YouTube channel and join us in the chat, it'd be awesome of you to do that. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Help us grow. We're making ground. We're over 1,000 subscribers on the YouTubes now. We're gaining a little bit of ground on Rumble. Of course, we're on Facebook as well, and streaming on Twitch, and of course X. And like you said, IMUTV.tv. And I put it in the comments for those of you that are watching on YouTube. Just check out IMUTV.tv right now. It is awesome. You can find us real easily now when you go to the Watch Live section, provided I set us up correctly. But yeah, it's super exciting. And tonight, Simon, we have the IMUTV guys in the house.
Yes.
The second winners of the champions of the XRP Las Vegas Shark Tank 2025. 6 months into the win, they're coming back to tell us what they've done in these 6 months, and it's incredibly productive. I'm going to tell you that right now. Very impressive. Dip a Toe Show.
I look forward to hearing all about it. And that's that Shark Tank, the XRP Shark Tank in Las Vegas this year. That was no joke. There was a lot of solid projects. Some of them also have been on the Dip a Toe Show, but just real solid projects. Those brothers from EZA, man, they set the bar high, and everybody cleared in my book. I was able to check some of them out as they were making their announcements, and I'm like, wow, this is
I recorded the whole thing. I thing.
I got kicked out by security by then.
Oh, really? I recorded the whole thing. Really. And they all did a fantastic job. And we had our friends from XRP. I think they took the first place win. IMUTV came in second, and they should have been all day long, son. Like blew their presentation away. They're like with what they're doing. In incorporating Web 2 with Web 3 and cryptocurrency. And then of course our beautiful optimistic Prime. She was a runner-up, and with her Wandering Footprint project. And we've had quite a few others that were on our show that also placed, and so that was incredibly exciting.
Heck yeah.
But tonight, guys, it's all about IMUTV and what they're doing, what they're bringing to the independent music artists. It's a throwback, upgraded MTV. Those of us that are older, we remember MTV and what it used to be when it first came out. And these guys are taking it to a whole nother level. And the education that they provide these folks that are independent artists, and I'm super excited, and also blessed that Crypto is the first crypto education content that was on IMUTV, and we're incredibly proud about that.
Amen to that. Very much. It's huge stars and stripes on both our shoulders and theirs as well. Doing and creating what they have done and created on the XRPL is absolute fire. Side note, did you know that there is an open vacancy at MTV?
I did not.
There's no such thing as MTV anymore. It be gone. No more. Paramount Plus apparently bought them, and they are gone. There's no more MTV. It's not MTV anymore. Whoop, see ya. So, MTV 2.0 on the Dipito Show. Let's go.
IMUTV, let's go. Shout out to Sylvie Scape. If you guys don't know her, find her on YouTube. She has a brand new song out that is absolutely fantastic. We love her. She wants us to bring them up, get this party started. What do you say, Simon?
Let's do it. Let's go. Bring them out. We got Mr. Rob Nichols, everybody. We got the Fitzy, and of course, the brains of the whole operation, the Nile. Welcome to the Dipito Show, gentlemen.
Hey, not all at once. What's up, everyone? How we doing tonight?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, this is going to be a problem. We can't do comments on the screen, kids, because we can't cover up.
Yeah, we're going to do it like the air. There you go. There you go. Little switcheroo. Now you can do it. Ain't nobody need to see this mug. Go ahead.
No, I want it like this.
Okay. Your show, girl. I just rock it.
Yeah. How's everybody doing this evening? Thank you for coming back to the Dipito Show. We're so excited to hear everything that you guys have got going. But before we start with that, for the folks that aren't familiar with who you are and IMUTV, I'd like to go around the room and have you introduce yourself. Tell us where you've been, what you're doing, how you got into crypto, and what the heck is IMUTV? How did you come into it? So we'll start with Niall and go across the board to Rob and then Fitzy.
Yeah, just real quickly, and what's up, everyone? Thanks for having us on tonight, guys. It's a pleasure to be back again. But yeah, just real quickly about myself. I'm just your average Joe. Very normal, traditional background. Got into XRP especially integrating into the community 2020, 2021. Started helping out a lot of like early OG projects, as you like to say, just helping them out with community building and whatnot, and just growing and like stepping up every time since. It was about 3 years ago, really diving into the music NFT side of the crypto space and the Web3 space. And that's where cross paths for these two gentlemen, and the rest has been history so far. But yeah, I've this year especially, I've taken on a lot of the coding myself, and building a lot of what you're going to start seeing moving forward with IMUTV 2.0 and the Protectors ecosystem as well. But yeah, just I wouldn't be able to do anything I'm doing without these two lads beside me. So yeah, I don't know which one you want to go to next, but both musical OGs, and I can't. Yeah, gotta listen to him.
Niall says he's just the average Joe, bro. I have seen you in person. dude, there's nothing average about your height. You were like 6'7". You should be at least one season in the NBA, bro. Yeah, I'm serious. He's a tall dude. He's a tall dude.
Hey, that's what got me through the goalkeeping. I'm a big sports fan. Goalkeeping was my days, but yeah, you wouldn't without height, you wouldn't get anywhere in goalkeeping. Literally, county positions would reject if you weren't a specific height or so. So yeah, big shout out. I'll take that all day long. But no, other than that, I'll say your traditional average Joe.
Well, you coming to me. Well, I could just tell you this, man. I if you don't know who I am by now, I'm Rob Nichols, OG hip hop artist, Detroit, Michigan. I've been there, done that in this music thing, up, down, around, about. Have seen so many things in this industry, personally, and from friends that have personally been in there. Not to mention the people that I've ran into this industry. 34 plus years in this game professionally, and then some years, 5, 6, 7 years prior to signing my first record deal at 18 years old, mind you. I'm that guy who has come up all through all of this, seeing the pain of the entertainers, because I act, I write, I sing, rap, all of these things. And being so close to the industry and being so close to people that do this and have gotten there, have made it to the major record deals and to have had their faces and have starred in movies, major films that were released, to see that the things that they had to go through reflected on me earlier. And I realized that a long time ago that this was what I was going to do. So long story short, to bring it up to date, I'm that guy that has been there, see what the artist is needing, found out about Web3 about 5 years ago, and had a mint out on VeChain, excuse me, and I lost my mind. I realized I realized then that blockchain or Web3 was the equalizer, right? Because I was at that point, I was still making music, but it was like, man, because I can, and I'm just not going to stop doing it. And I'm be honest, I don't like what the music is. How I don't like a lot of the music today. Just be honest, it's just not for us, right? So, when I realized that I still had opportunity to be able to monetize myself, which is really the ultimate goal of an artist, is to monetize yourself in the end. I was like, hey, this is it, right? So I dug in a little bit more, and I met this incredible dude to my right over here. This dude here, I met this guy. He I thought it was somebody else, but it was him the whole time. Right? It was him the whole time who was in communication with me. And then I finally got the chance to get on a call with him. When I heard the passion, I heard it. I heard everything, and everything was already going, as far as the platform was concerned. And he was like, bro, he was really like, man, I see it. I see it. Let's go. I want to help you any way I possibly can. And did he? Oh my goodness, did he? And along that path, this dude over here showed up. You know what I mean? That dude showed up. And I tell y'all, it just became an immediate click. It was just like nothing, was no boundaries. It was nothing that, you know how you just meet some people like that? And it's like you've known them your whole life and everybody sees the same thing. That's these guys right here. And as friendships, we just stayed there. And then ultimately things come along, develop, things fall, pick up and down. We'll talk about it later on more in detail. But these guys said, okay, this one first said, hey, I see what you're doing. Come here. Let me talk to you about it. Let me talk to you a little bit more about it. What you want to do? You want to team up? I said, yep. I said, yep. And this gentleman here to the left had to take the break. We had already reserved his spot. No matter what, it didn't matter if he came back then or next year, it still would have made a difference. It don't matter if it had happened before or after IMUTV blew up, his position was still solidified. So that's Rob Nichols, that's IMUTV, that's Web3 for me.
Fantastic. Well, we're so glad that you're here, Rob, and we can't wait to keep talking more about what IMTV is doing. And Fitzy, welcome to the Dip a Toe Show. How you doing this evening? Oh, you're on mute. Am I coming in clear?
No. Check the mic sentence, brother, down on the bottom there of this. Yeah,
there.
Boom! Oh, he had it.
Oh, it's still not coming in.
Hang on, I'm back.
Yeah,
there you go.
we go.
do a quick thing. I got kicked out earlier, so it was like, what? So anyway, sorry about that.
No worries.
You still got me, right?
We got
Yes.
your beautiful voice. It's in my headphones. I love it every time I hear
Y'all
it.
look at me
Like,
cross-eyed. What's
don't
going
tell
on?
Milk, but I like it.
Yeah,
I like the voice in my ears.
So, God, Simon, Melissa, thanks for having us again. It's been a minute, since we've been on here. It's been a minute since we've, been out in Vegas, just having a good time. I posted that great picture of us today, Melissa, and
I love it.
but it's been fun. It's been a good time. So I'm Fitzy. For anybody that doesn't know, I've been around crypto for a minute. I guess 5 years or so, something like that. 4 years.
Before you were born.
Before I was born, I was in crypto. But so I knew about crypto, but I only had Bitcoin. It was one of those things, and I had retired, and I was getting bored, and so I started. I'm like, okay, I hear there's let's go learn about some crypto, but I really wasn't looking for that. I was just looking to expand and explore music and musicians and smaller musicians. And I ended up falling fortunately, onto the XRPL side of the chain. And, I had I didn't use my old handle. I created a whole new account because I wanted to be away from that crowd. I'd been around the industry and corporate for too many years. And so I came in and I found not now, but NF Tempo. And I kept hearing these spaces and I'm hearing them talk and there's pretty good music. And then all of a sudden there's these, Sunday, battles going on and all these things. And so I just started buying NFTs from the background. Didn't say a word. I didn't post that I bought shit. I just bought them, but when music was playing, I would always react because I think that's great for an artist. Artists is busting their ass, react in the crowd. I mean, you do the same thing
100%.
at a concert, right?
Yeah.
At a performance. Right. It's like you just throwing fist bumps up, and then he started slowly calling me out.
Nice.
And here I am with my 20 followers, right? And the 3 people I follow. But I did not understand crypto. I said this, I think, yesterday on a space that Niall and I were in. I didn't know like how in depth crypto really was. Like,
yeah,
and he just tracked me. He tracked me and he's like, yeah, I see all these NFTs you're buying. So what's up with you? And
what's
now,
up?
Look out the window.
Yeah,
he's got a piece right here looking out the window. What you mean,
bro?
You my bush?
if everyone listening, everyone on the stage knows how Niall will just sneak in your DMs.
Papa Bear.
Yep. And so that's how I met Niall. And then I started, just get more. I was introduced to Rob, and then it just kind of grew. And Rob said it, there was just that connection that was almost instantaneous. And I feel like that's hard to come by when you have that kind of you feel like that kind of bond and trust and truth.
Me and Simon. That's me and Simon right there.
Right. So you get it. So it grew from there, and then so it grew from there. Next thing you know, I'm in the battles. I actually released an NFT, a music NFT back in the day. And if you've got it, then that's all there ever be. You know what I mean? Because we did set it up. We did a great thing. We set up an artist onboarding fund, and that's what we did with all the sales of the NFTs. And I think we were able to bring 15 people on, and that's was my motivation, right? Which led. I'm sorry, y'all got to hear me winded, but like that is my motivation in acts like that, because I will have a music NFT coming out in January as well. But again, that money is going to go towards other things. It's not, I won't ever drop an NFT that's a benefit for me, because it is about whether it's equipment or a subscription or whatever it is for any artist, because it's so flipping hard for indie artists, you know, to make a buck and get above board, and that's kind of what brought us here. And yeah, so I did say I was a for hire writer for a long time. I did for hire write with some pretty big labels. I did an internship at Sound City Studio, which is an iconic, studio in LA. Wasn't a long stint, but it was enough that guided me into Beatniks production. And then I had Beatniks until 2019.
Really?
Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
The Beatniks, the band.
Different one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
different one. It gets confused. Like they're
I know.
yeah, because there's a couple of them, but Randy had been around. Yeah, my mentor in this business was a guy named Randy. He passed last year. But he was an old beatnik, but he was a studio beatnik, and
gotcha.
I learned so much from him. I learned how to work the system to work for you. Right. When a system tries to beat you, you just have to find a workaround. And he showed me that. And then I got tired and I was like, yeah, I ain't doing this anymore. And I had some health stuff going on. So I retired. I sold my interest in the studio, and the rest is history. But I've done other things too. My family owned a title insurance company, real estate and corporate development, but that's all boring,
But you guys all have your individual talents that you're bringing to the table with IMUTV. And what's really cool to me when I see folks like yourself, first of all, that you see the future, you're building the future, you're taking a chance. Most people already have jobs and families and things that they're already takes up most of their time. And so whenever you try to venture into something like this or build something new, you're doing that on top of everything else. And also, kudos to you too, because there's 3 of you. And sometimes, like you say, having that relationship with someone that you can work with, is not easy to find. And it sounds like you guys were just kind of drawn together and through mutual interest and, just the people that you are. I wondered if you could just take us all the way back to when you actually said, we're creating an IMUTV. First, we'll have one of you tell us exactly what IMUTV is. And then tell us when it first originated, and then we're going to kind of go into you winning the contest and what you've done with the winnings and the time, which has only been a short 6 months, but from what I can see is like an incredible advancement in that. So if whoever would like to explain exactly what IMUTV is.
We're going to let Niall explain to you exactly what IMUTV is, and then I'll tell you exactly how it started.
Fantastic.
If I press the right button, yeah, thank you. I'm glad you said that, Rob, because even IMUTV itself, like what it is now, has grown so much to what it was 12 months ago. It really has. The vision for growth and the amount of artists we can actually help and empower back it's just gone beyond what we actually ever thought capable, to be honest. So yeah, the long and short, IMUTV is the global broadcasting part of our ecosystem. IMU is the overall ecosystem. IMUTV is the global broadcasting part where we're available. You've got IMUTV 2.0 dropping on Roku and online this Friday. Although some people may have had a little bit of early access to it, but yeah, official launch is this Friday. But yeah, that's the global broadcasting side. We are an entertainment network supporting independent entertainers, artists, creators, full stop. trying to put the power back in their hands. We're going to go into it a little bit later, but the entertainment ecosystem as a whole has got new ways to instantly monetize for artists, global exposure, as we say, being broadcasted out on TV and online all over the world. So not just online on the phones and laptops, but actually in living rooms across the world. So yeah, a whole new avenue of exposure for independent artists, which in all honesty has been traditionally gatekept in the entertainment industry. So that is the core of what IMUTV is. It's the entertainment network, it's the broadcasting network of what we're building here in this ecosystem, all to support independent artists. But yeah, Rob, do you wanna take it back to sort of the actual vision and day one of it?
Yeah. Now, so now that's just so beautiful that it's come to where we are. So let me take you back a little bit. Of course, you know that I'm an artist myself. Signed my first record deal when I was 18 years old, and I've seen a lot of the horrors of the music industry. And I always felt like, it was just so hard for artists to get in. And I remember years ago when friends of mine was, like, Rob, if you had the chance to sign a Death Row Records, would you sign? And I was like, no. Absolutely not. Why? Because I was already educated about how the music industry worked. And then I definitely wasn't signed to somebody who was known for beating up the artists if they didn't do what they, you know what I mean? I was definitely not subjecting myself to that. I'm from Detroit. I am just zero not playing that. I'm 5'5". I'm sure 6'4". I'd have knocked him out. I ain't playing that. I'm not joking either. So I knew I couldn't have done that. Then the East Coast which is so ugly. I didn't trust any of the music, the labels or anything. So over time, it was just me doing my thing independently, and such a struggle to get on shows, to even when I'm back before digital. I'm an analog guy. So I mean, we used to actually have to, in order to get something, you had to try to go through like distributors, and they wouldn't let you get on unless you had 15 to 17, 2,500 units already sold on your own, that type of deal. And then they made you sign these weird contracts where they was getting the vast majority. So nope, I didn't want any of that either. So it was just like most of the, homegrown labels back then, they came out of the trunk, out of the back seat. That's what we did, right? And to me, that they gave me a lot more traction in the early days because my whole neighborhood went crazy for an album that me and some of my friends, was my very first project that I was the executive producer on, and the whole neighborhood went crazy. It's still a classic album to this day. I'm hopefully I'm gonna be able to re-release it if I can get the permission from all of the other guys that were on it with me. And so I realized then that's where our power is. So I ended up signing another record deal after that. It was an independent record deal, and it was a really good one. But unfortunately, the guys just didn't quite know the industry like I would have hoped they would. You know what I mean? And so that happened a couple of times. There was always somebody that was really good with business and good with something, but they just weren't record company people. So they would have their ways of wanting to do things and just maybe not been the right way. So things just never quite panned out, right? So years and years and years go by, and I'm still doing it. I didn't care. I'm still dropping. I'm still making music. I'm helping others. Went to school, professionally and all that. So I get to the point where I'm like, man, why are you still doing this? And I said, because I love it. But I said, it's got to be more than that. So that's when I got into Web3. And my nephew Ball Out Crypto said, Uncle, I see you still dropping, stuff on Spotify and all that stuff. Come on over here to Web3. Cool. Come in. Boom. I was well received by the younger guys. That was really impressed me. But they didn't look at me like, oh, gee, your day passed. Well, partially you can't because I'm sweet. You're right. So that's part of it. But they brought me in and I loved it. It was like great, like, oh, cool. And then, like I said, I had the men out over on VChain through the Mad V Apes, and I was hooked. So, but I started realizing, and I got on NF Tempo, and now, it discovered me and said, come on, get on NF Tempo. And that was just freaking great. The whole journey with me and now together becoming friends, and just first him discovering me and saying, hey, bro, I see you. I see you, bro. And it built from there. And then we got to a certain point where I realized like this Web3 stuff is it, but just not enough people over here. it's not enough people over here. We need to get more people over here, and for it to work for the artist the way that I know that it can. So I said, what can you do, Rob? What can you do? So I got to searching. I mean, y'all, I went from every extreme that I can probably have. I've had me and my nephew had tried to create something called Web3musicnft.com, and that just didn't. We tried all kind of stuff. I even had an idea for a metaverse type of project where it was gonna, but I still said, not enough people using the metaverse. That's not gonna work either, bro. That's not gonna bring what you know an artist needs attention. Artist needs attention. So I'm just I don't know, y'all. So for what happened, y'all, to be honest, a dear friend of mine, Lachelle Laws, she goes professionally went by the name of Boss. She's the first female rapper to sign to Def Jam Records. First female.
Wow.
Technically is listed in, well, it was, I don't know which one you have to find, but technically she has been listed as the first female gangster rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You said her name is Boss.
Boss. B-O-S.
She came in like a boss.
Right. I mean, initially, way back in the day, her name was Lady the Boss. And
Lady the Boss. Let's go. Shout out.
She just cut it and it was just Boss. But you can see, all of her stuff is, on all of the streaming platforms, all of the stuff. So, unfortunately, she passed. And I'm talking about me and we were like this, you know what I mean? She was my inspiration to keep going over the years, just keep going. She had got ill, unfortunately, over the years. And we stayed in contact. And she would always hear my music over the years, like, keep going. As soon as I get better, we're doing something. As soon as I get better, she passed. Right. I was crushed, like, bam, beat down, really beat down. I took a step back away from Web3 for him. I stepped back from everything for a hot second because I really need to be able to gather. Right. I really need to gather.
Yep.
And I remember I was in here in my room and I was bawling my eyes out, sad, and just couldn't get past the sadness. And I remember I heard this. It's like I heard it, but not heard it. It's like it's in your head, hearing it, right? And this was it. It was like Rob Fresh. That was my original. That was my original rap name. Rob Fresh.
I love it.
And Rob Fresh, and I'm like, yo, and I recognized it was her right away. And in my mind, I'm having this conversation with her, and she asked me what I'm doing. What you doing? And I'm trying to make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it happen. And she says, "Well, what are you doing?" I was like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?" I'm trying to, come on here, do my thing, And she said, all right. She asked me then. She said, "What did I do?" And the first thing that came to my mind, I said, "You made history by being the very first female rapper to sign to a major record label." She said, "Exactly." And that was all that I heard. I didn't know that was it. And I had no idea what. So I said, I knew, Rob, she's telling you now you need to create something that's going to change the course of history. You're going to be the first to create this. So days went by, and then the ideas started coming, and they started flowing, and this started happening, and this information, like I got it in this direction and that direction. And I said, I think this might work, Rob. I think this might work. So I dropped my money in it, you know what I mean? And it wasn't cheap, right? But before I told anybody about it, adopting it, and I'm working it out, trying to work out what I can. And I said, this just might work. This just might work, right? And so I said, now, come here, man. Come here. I need you to take a look at this. And he did. And he was like, So a little bit more went on, a little bit more. He had, knowledge, a real researcher. He did a little bit more, He said, you need my help somehow? Like, yes, I do.
Do you need my help? Yes, I do, Niall.
So got to remember, he was still running his thing at the time. So he came in as my marketing officer, and baby, he took it. Boom, it started taking off. Bam, 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 bam. But then he really came back. He said, "Wait a minute, bro. I really see what you doing. Let's talk about some stuff here." We did. I knew where I wanted it. I knew I wanted it to go from the beginning, but I couldn't push it on him that way because he had other obligations, right? So once those things changed and we were able to look at it, and I was like, bro, come on. It only just makes sense. TV, Web3. And he was like, absolutely, it makes sense. And come on. Here we are. IMUTV. I am you.
Man,
from
I am
my
you.
dear sister.
You are me.
My dear sister.
I am you. TV. Isn't that it?
So you can
It's
see
frequency.
this is created from the spirit of an artist.
There ain't no pod like an IMU pod.
You heard me? It's from the spirit of a pioneering artist, boss, who gave it to an independent artist who says, you know, I know that independent artists deserve better. We are the backbone to the industry, period. We are the life source. We are the life source of discovery for all things. And it's just time. It's time. And these guys see the vision as much as I do. And you can see what these brothers are doing. I mean, Jimmy is really going all the way in on making sure that we're 100% compliant, taking all of the experience that he's has from being in business all of these years. Now with his just tenacity, pure tenacity, his knowledge of Web3, his knowledge of so many things, and his ability to not give up when the things get the toughest. Because we saw now go through some real troubles rebuilding IMUTV. So I always telling myself all of the time, but y'all give it up to this man over here down there. Both of these guys.
Huh?
You know, give it up to both of these guys. Without them, Rob Nichols and IMUTV is still just a dude struggling, trying to make it happen. So that's what's up.
Let's talk a little bit about your the educational aspect that you guys are bringing. So, you know, so not only are you creating a platform, is that a correct word to use? A platform, a window, an avenue, a stage, if you will, for independent artists of all kinds. One of the things that really sparked my interest in you guys, and where I felt you were really going to make a difference and you are really empowering people, is the educational aspect of things, that you are encouraging these independent artists, people that, you know, they're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches if they can afford them. They're the whole starving artist thing. These guys don't know exactly what to do. It's all overwhelming. They're just creative. They just want to get their songs out there for people to hear. But there's all of these hoops and crossing the T's and dotting the I's and all of these things that an independent artist needs to understand. And what I noticed is you're educating them. You're helping them along. And so I'd like you guys to talk a little bit about that and the importance of the education aspect of it. And I don't know which one is the big spearhead, or if it's all three of you guys. That's a Fitzy thing. That's what I thought. Can you touch on that, Mr. Fitz?
Sure, I'd be more than happy to touch on that. So, you know, everything that you just said is true, right? As far as, you know, just the educational piece being such an important play, because, you know, I talked to some artists in the back. They're like, I just feel so stupid. It's like, you're not stupid. You just don't know.
Don't know what you don't know.
There's a difference, right? You can go educate yourself. You know, there are things out there, but a lot of some of it's hard to find, because people don't realize like how many different directions music goes. Period. Like as far as the technicality part of it and the back end of it, there's so many pieces that tie in, and unfortunately, you know, releasing music has come extremely easy. It's not like it used to be. Like when, you know, we've had these different shifts in time in music. And then once DSPs started coming out, so distribution companies, like, you know, they talk about them, you know, DistroKid and you know, it goes out on a low, but everyone knows DistroKid. But it's like, so now I can make a track, I can just go up, put my name in it, I can, you know, register, I can upload my file, and they put it out and they think they're done. And so many people, like, just little things like metadata in your songs, it matters. Like that stuff matters, because that's how that stuff is tracked. And so, you know, when I came back, we were talking about these things. I'm like, well, we had been talking about the education part, and I was like, well, I've been writing opinion pieces for actually a long time, and I got just joy. I got I got closets full of writings from 30 years ago that helped.
I'm sorry. You're telling us and sharing with us that you have opinion pieces, and all of a sudden, I'm picturing Fitzy with your hat on and the glasses, and you got the plaid robe on in the old school English chair with the pipe, talking about this is my opinion, right? It just popped in. I'm so sorry.
Today on IMUTV.
but it's nothing but respect. It
No,
really
I
is,
get it. I
right?
get it. I get it. No, I love it. I love it. So we
That's
we
great.
started putting it together, and we did a few that we put out, and then we all were talking. I was like, well, let's do a run, right? We'll do an A to Z music guide, and and it covers a lot of topics. Some of it, like I even say in the show, like there are some things that you're going to hear multiple times through this series, because I think we're at, what did we make it to O last week? I think enter O.
Yep, we're on P this week.
And so we're halfway through, and there are certain points that will get repeated, but in different language and in a different situation, because those things are so important for an artist with their artwork to get paid, to get their work out there. So when it does stream, you're getting publishing, you're getting the masters, you're getting the vocal recording, you're getting, it's like, okay, are you with IWSC? Are you with, are you with your pros? Are you with Harry Fox? Are you with MLC? And on and on and on, right? Because so many people leave half their money on the table. But also we go into just different like marketing thoughts, like current trends that are happening, and how to perform on stage. Like we just did this last one we did about, because we encourage them to go out. So they need to know,
Yes.
because what are we doing as a platform that is supporting independent creators if we're not at least putting that information out, and so they can all go down the line, and hopefully for not too long they can eat.
Let me ask you this. So
Upward.
your show, you're covering the alphabet, right? You said you're on O. So
P this week.
Oh, P this week. So you're going through the alphabet of all of the different things that they need to understand. Some things are overlapping. That sounds fantastic for folks that are starting to dip their toe even into trying to get themselves out there, because there's a lot of creators out there that they just keep it to themselves, right? Because it seems too intimidating. I'm never going to get a record deal, thoughts in their mind and that sort of thing. And you guys are pretty much saying you don't need it. You don't need the record deal. You can market yourself and you can learn the business. And if they're giving their attention to you guys, what are they going to get?
Okay. I want to address something you just said.
Okay.
Right? You talked about the labels, right?
Yeah.
That whole game's done. That whole theory of like us growing up as Gen Xers and prior to, and even like you get into the 2000s, the 2010s, but that whole traditional label game is done. It's dead. And they're not putting any money into development. They're not developing artists anymore. And the deals that they're doing, and we're talking like there are the 1%ers, right? That's just the way of the world. There are the 1%ers, but for everybody else, like, am I going to give up my masters and 3 years of my life and 3 albums for a maximum of a $40,000 or $50,000 flipping upfront cost that I might have to pay back anyways? And hopefully they don't shelf me. Hopefully they get me on tour. Hopefully they do this. Am I going to be able to do that? So if I'm having to take care of all that, most of that shit out of my pocket to begin with, why the hell am I not doing it myself?
Right.
And because we have moved into that full on super fan like time in music, period. And 1,000 true fans will make you a working artist that will make money and be able to survive on. Do you still need to get out there and do your
do your ditty?
Yeah, you got it.
If you
Well,
want to.
I don't know about that one, but I don't know about Diddy. But but
You know what? You know what? You know what? That just struck a chord. What popped in my head when you said that. People love music, especially the creators. They just want to get it out. They want people to enjoy it. They would love to be able to make a living, a fair living, right? This, like you said, 1,000 true fans, you can make a living off of your music. And that doesn't seem too far-fetched in a world that's so large. There's so many folks in the world. There's so much great music out there. And one thing that I think about is someone that's a music artist, a music creator, they could live a normal life, not be beholden to a record label that is going to work the crap out of them, and they're not going to get the money. Like a lot of these people that quote unquote make it big, they lose their life because there's so many expectations put upon them that, you know, they're all famous, but yet they're so lonely, and they don't have intimate relationships with people because there's no time for that, or there's somebody saying it's not going to look good if you do this or that. And this is a way for those creative people to have this outlet, make a living, a fair living from it, and be empowered, you know. And to me, that is like just adding more beautiful music to the world. Because if there's anything that I know, I don't like the mainstream music at all. I like creative music, the stuff that you've never heard before. And you're like, oh my God, I hope this guy is playing somewhere in a small venue because I'm so there, right? Because there's nothing like seeing somebody in a small venue. You know, a bigger. So anyway, that's what pops in my head of the opportunity that is provided through a platform form like yours, and with the education that you're providing to really empower them to be sovereign artists.
Yes. You know, you said something really important there. Jimmy and I talk about this regularly. All of us talk about this regularly. But this is like the thing that I try to drive home to artists specifically now, because we are in the superfan era. 1,000 people that just absolutely love you. Like you said, it's a huge world. All you got to do is just put yourself out there. If you can find 1,000 people that's willing to spend $100 over the course of the year, not at one time, over the course of the year, you make a 6 figures and control of absolutely everything. You fully respect it. I promise you, you make 6 figures a year. That's way more than the average artist that you think is. They might have that fame, but I promise you they do not have any money in their pocket. So think about that. If they don't have anybody to answer to, you won't have anybody to. We're only talking about 1,000 people. If you go to work and you stay going to work, those 1,000 people will come, right, Jimmy?
Oh no, yeah, for sure. And you got to think outside the box. Again, like the landscape of music has changed. Like what we used to know is different, and we are really working hard in the background on different ways for musicians, creatives, you guys, you know, fine art artists, movie player, everyone, to be able to find additional ways to monetize, right? And we'll get into some of that. I'll let Not talk about that when we get into about IMU 2.0 that's coming Friday, because there is now a new way to monetize for all creatives and, you know, across the platform. But, you know, don't let your music sit on a hard drive when you're dead, because true creativity trumps everything else. And I don't know if you even noticed, like in a lot of, like when you talk about like mainstream music, you're starting to see a shift from to a lot of more of that singer-songwriter sound, where it's not so polished, it's not so tuned, it's not, you know, that it's not, the melodyne's not being used and adjusting pitches and doing all these things, because people are wanting real authentic sound.
Yep.
And a lot of people are getting tired of processed sound.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're going to be hearing more and more of that, right? but that,
The cream's going to rise to the top, though. That's the thing.
No, it always
I
will.
agree with you 100%. It's like Dip a Toe Show. We're raw. We're not, we don't have like the professional studio, the polished, but it is. It's like people people want to just feel like they're part of a community. And like, I think these artists that, like you said, you built your 1,000 fan base. I know as a super fan, as a teenager, I would have given my eye teeth to be in a private chat with my dudes. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like, oh my God. It would have been so, yeah. And even like the songwriters like Sylviescape, they're writing these songs that are so like deep. They're really, really deep, right? To get in a chat with her and be able to communicate and talk about like how we're interpreting the song and, that kind of stuff. I mean, I can really see people just really connecting with it. And that is what I think that you guys at IMUTV are really providing. I mean, I see you on X, but you're going to be expanding elsewhere as well to get as many eyes on. We need to get as many eyes on IMUTV as we possibly can, because people need to know that you're out there. And so we're going to let Niall talk about like the expansion of the IMUTV. You're on Roku and you're working towards a lot of other things. I don't want to spill the beans before you're ready to talk about it, but Niall, where are we going with all of this, man? Because this is super exciting.
Yeah, no, it really is. And before we sort of get into sort of the 2.0 and the expansion, like the expansion does include in the marketing, our presence online, that we are going to be going over to other socials. Like the Web3 space is great. It really is. But as we said before, it's same for the music NFT. The more you get niche into the Web3 space, when you start talking about these different avenues, fine art, music, whatever it may be, there's a lack of supporters, and that is the pitfall right now. We need to onboard people, and that's the cry across the whole ecosystem, whatever blockchain you're on. So we are going through a push to bring people into the ecosystem. Bring them into IMUTV, let them know, showcase the independent artistry that's on IMUTV out there to the world. And hey, we've got all of the legends like yourself providing the Web3 content on there for them to start getting involved and integrated and just learning about what we're doing over here. They're going to start seeing the game XRPL game show with Schmeckles on that channel kicking off, and seeing sort of the Web3 gaming nights that goes on. And just hopefully this is a way to really bring them in. But it goes out of X. X is one of the less favorable platforms for music artists right now. Let's be real about it. Artists are on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, like you name it, they're elsewhere right now. Twitch, YouTube, like that. So we've really just got to get them into the ecosystem. Doesn't matter. We've got to put the socials behind us. So yeah, expansion that will be growing big time, as you'll see it throughout Q1 next year. But yeah, go on, Sam.
Well, I had a question. You're talking about expansion. Are you also going to just, I guess, open the doors to all artists on all blockchains? Because there's a cry there too. You know what I'm saying? We kind of get pigeonholed. You said niche, and it's like niche, Web3, and blockchain. So is that your guys's 2.0? Is that a part of your guys' 2.0 vision?
That was part of day one, like being open, in all honesty. Like there's and this, so we are core to the XRPL. That's where we're building. That's where we're building a lot of the core infrastructure and the utilities. But that's because we believe in XRPL as a payment mechanism. And we're going to talk into the new monetization aspect for artists. But yeah, essentially, IMUTV is not Web3. IMUTV is a traditional Web2 company. It is a broadcasting company, a broadcasting network, and that's what we're building and growing. And we do have a big Web3 ecosystem attached to it, and that will be continuing to develop and grow, and just offering more avenues for artists to create collectibles, gain those super fans, and just create an economy around those super fans. But yeah, IMUTVs for the independent artists, the fine artists, music artists, filmmakers, you name it. If you're an independent creator and you want to get your content, your work seen and heard, come to us and let's put it on TV all across the world. We'll put it online. We'll help get it monetized in some new innovative ways, which in all honesty, I believe is a broadcasting industry first, where we've got XRPL payments unlocking content on TV now. So again, just showcasing the XRPL ability, people can start seeing all these different XRPL prices, which we'll go into, but it's all about that onboarding push. But yeah, Simon, 100. Long story short, 100%. Never restrictive on blockchains.
Love that. That's fire, man. That's real fire right there.
Let's talk a little bit. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say just real quickly on that. So on the technology side of it, we are sort of focusing on the XRPL to start with. But as we do grow, we would look to expand to other blockchains. A big one for us right now is the back and forth is about security and compliance. Compliance is a big one. And I will shout out to Salmon for their wallet. And it allows us to be compliant with a lot of things we're doing as well. Do you know what I mean? So there'll be certain things like that come into play to expansion, but it's always a goal to expand to other blockchains and incorporate that as well.
Yeah, so you're dipping your toe with the XRP ledger. Notice that plug there. I just did that, right? And the source out. I wanted to touch a little bit on. Well, first of all, you guys had a heck of a win at the 2025 XRP Las Vegas Shark Tank, the first annual Shark Tank. And ever since you guys came back from there, it's been head down, nose to the grindstone. You've been building. And one of the reasons that you won, one of the many reasons why you guys won, you are incorporating a little bit of the crypto and the XRP ledger into what you guys have built with IMUTV. Can you touch a little bit on how you're working that through? Like how is IMUTV associated with cryptocurrency and blockchain?
So before, as we went to Vegas, it was the content. It was bringing in the Web3 specific channel, IMUTV Web3, which is a 24/7 live channel just playing Web3 content like Dipperto, Keita's Brew TV, Digital Ladies Unscripted, Crypto for Life with 68J, all of these legends. But yeah, that's our 24/7 Web3 channel, which was where it was the initial connection of just bringing that education to people on TV to onboard them to Web3. But now we're taking it further with a new way for artists to monetize. So I sort of touched on it a minute ago with the XRPL payments. Artists can now lock and sell content behind any XRPL payment or any XRPL token, whether that's RLUSD, XRP, XFT for us, or any token to their heart's content, and as many tokens to their heart's content. So again, it's just another way for them to monetize. Again, it's lock content. It will become available online and on TV. When we get to the point of our own mobile apps, it will be available for offline viewing as well. But yeah, now we've got Web3 payments online along with traditional Web2 payments as well, so people can pay with a card or whatnot as well.
You also have the protectors of the frequency NFT, and then you said the token as well. You want to touch on that a little bit, how they are tied in with the IMUTV?
Yeah, correct. They are tied in with IMUTV. We like to keep them separate and differentiated, though, in all honesty, because they are just two different ecosystems. IMUTV is the Web2, the protectors, and the whole crypto is the Web3 side of it. But the protectors are tied in with the advertisement revenue from IMUTV. The protectors are our NFTs for the ecosystem. We've got 4 different collections out there right now, available to mint on XRP Cafe or bids.com. Just type in protectors and you'll find our blue aliens roaming around everywhere. But every NFT represents a percentage of IMUTV's advertisement revenue. So you've got the potential of perpetual rewards through the advertisement revenue generated on IMUTV through the NFTs. Again, it's just real cool ways what this technology allows us to do, especially with the information tracking, people who supporting us and the way that we can give back to them. We've got so many other features with the protectors themselves, but that's a show in itself, because there's a burn to earn feature, an online game, token gated events going on, daily XFT rewards, obviously the advertisement revenue. We've built so much for the protectors ecosystem this last year. So if you aren't a protector, grab yourself an NFT from Cafe or Bids. There is a one-to-one snapshot this Friday as well, where NFT holders, snapshot happens this Friday, and then from the 24th to the end of the year, we are airdropping everyone a one-for-one Edge NFT. So everyone's going to double their holdings of the Protector NFTs. The token is essentially what we're building to be the utility token in the IMU ecosystem. You're going to start seeing our services being accepted in XFT. For example, storage, artists can purchase extra storage in IMUTV and pay a discounted price in XFT. And this, you'll see a lot more of these sort of things happen as we grow out the ecosystem and bring more services in for both artists and users as well. So XFT is the utility token for the ecosystem that we are building out.
I think that's a very important piece of the puzzle here, because there is, I mean, you're touching on you're touching on end users, right? So say I don't have content. I don't sing, I don't create music, but I can support my favorite artists, and I can actually earn a little bit of revenue by holding a protector, right? Getting some of that ad revenue that's going to be coming back to it, correct?
100%. And where you say support the artist, I will just sort of clarify that, because obviously the protectors are for IMUTV, but that does still support the artist, because those funds go towards the development of IMUTV and allow us to just continue to grow and expand and build more cool stuff for independent artists to take back that power and control. But you are right, Melissa, that's it. And that is a way for anyone to get involved in the start of a global broadcasting company. I don't want to mention any big names or anything like that, but just imagine the opportunity of getting in at the early doors of what this potentially could be. So yeah, that is the protectors are your ticket to the IMU ecosystem as a whole.
You know, dip a toe got in the dough right away, because I see things, and I saw early. And this is the other thing, you guys. So for these artists that have their songs and they create music videos and all of that, doesn't really cost them much to sign up and get their content on IMUTV, does it?
Well, every creator, full stop, every independent creator gets 25 gigabytes of storage for free, which equates to at least 15, 20 hours of content, I believe. So yeah, you will see us start monetizing as we go into 2.0 and we get onto the new infrastructure, but we have always got a core heart for the independent artists, and that's just a staple. All independent creators will get 25 gigabytes of storage for free on the network, and that's place storage as well. So that's what we're doing, but I kind of forgot what you said at the start, but yeah,
I'm just saying, you guys are you're going to get the platform. So any of you artists that are out there, any of you music artists or creatives out there, you're going to get a place that they're going to be playing your music. You're going to be able to upload your content or possibly stream your content. I don't know how that works, but and your fans can actually buy protectors, earn a little bit of revenue, which then it's like a flywheel. It's just going to keep on keeping on. And so, like, instead of us end users like back in the day, we're buying the CDs, we're buying the video, the vinyls, or the little cassette tapes and whatnot. Once we buy it, that's kind of it for us as the end user. We get to hear your music, and maybe if we ever decide to sell it, we get a little bit from the garage sale or something like that, right? Or if you're like me and you screw up, you gotta do this with the pen, with the cassette tapes or whatever. This gives the opportunity for the artist to to benefit, and then also the end users themselves, because not only are they supporting their artists and then like having that communication, the direct, smaller, intimate setting, which actually could end up being bigger, but then it's creating this flywheel where the money that they spend on protectors, and then we get these advertisers come in, it's going to start feeding the system, which is going to start lifting, like all boats rise, right? All these artists, you think you're out there by yourself, and all of a sudden you come into IMUTV and you're going to have a family full of people that are going to help you and teach you what you need to do. We listen to Fitzy and Rob's shows explaining to you what you need to do. In fact, you guys require that, right? That they have themselves they learn these types of things before they come on, right?
We truly hope that they would. We don't require it, but we definitely push for the artists on absolutely every front that we possibly can. Come and get this education. It is free to you, first and foremost. And that was the question initially. Now she was like, there's a little charge. It has, always will be free for the entertainer to sign up for IMUTV. Now we have premium stuff that'll be evolved later on, obviously, but you will never be gatekeeped that way to where you can tap into this platform and be able to have the success that everybody else is having. Not ever. Not while I'm here. That was the main reason why I created it the way I did. In fact, I'm gonna tell you a real quick interesting story. Prior to me, coming to now and say, hey, bro, would you help me with this? I had a couple other partners, or at least one other partner. And right off the jump, when he saw where it was and with Roku and all of that type of stuff off the jump, he immediately hearing seeing dollar signs. Right.
Mm-hmm.
His first thing he wanted to do was charge the artist. That was the first thing he wanted to do. I said, that is the last thing that we're doing. I said, we would not be doing that. At that point, we went back and forth on it. Obviously, you see, he's not my partner.
Right.
But go ahead now. She's going to jump back on there now.
Oh, there you go.
No, you're good. I'm having issues with my headphones right now, so I don't know if I'm coming in electronic or not.
Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah, I think this is just an incredible opportunity, and this is why it's going to work, because your heart's in it to support. You've been there, done that. You've already seen it. Rob, you're the creator on it. Fitzy, you've been in the trenches, writing songs, doing all these types of things, and you know what's up. You know how these things happen, and so it's like you have to. You're creating something that is going to benefit people.
Well, for sure. That is what it is. That it's to give someone an outlet, right? It's to give someone an outlet, plain and simple. And you talked about requiring like education. We hope they do, right? But that's on them, and because we as people, right, have to take responsibility for what we're doing. And like we are giving the tools, they are going there. You can go back and listen to them. Like you can reach out if there's questions. Like I answer questions all the time in DMs. Like it's like, oh God, how do I set up for publishing? I've been doing music for 10 years, but I've never claimed publishing. Right. And so it's like you've left half your money on the table. Mm-hmm. And hopefully you can get it back. Published is a little different where it sits because it can sit in a bank, but so I want them to, but I say this to people all the time, like, and even in spaces, like, as an artist, like you said it, you did say it earlier, like a lot of artists, they just want to create and put it out. And then it's like, sit it and forget it.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to have that career, there's a business side of your music, and you have to mind your business, meaning take care of your business on the business side and then on your creative side. And if you don't, you're going to get hurt. If you're trying to go commercial, if you don't, you're going to get hurt. We put the tools out there. We want the tools to be out there, but you can't force anybody to do anything. And I hope they don't. And I hope people that continue to come in the community continue to hear us bark that. And that's why, like we've been talking about, even once we get to Z, what are we going to do after it? I'm like double A, double B, double C, especially the double Ds. You know, it's like we are going, oh, sorry. But it's like, because it is just going to be a continual thing. And I think that education is going to be, it will be a staple from here on out, because things change daily right now. And that's how hot the industry is right now. When I say hot, it doesn't mean it's a good thing, but laws and case rulings and, you know, opinions from the Supreme Court. I mean, all these things are changing every week, and it's a lot. So people are gonna have to keep up with it, and that's what we want. That's one of those tools we want.
Yeah.
Provide, you know.
Well, I love the concept, and you know, like I said, for me, I love what you're doing for the artists, and I love what you're doing for the end users. Just, you know, people subscribing to IMUTV and supporting it, and you know, we all have our ways and groups that we support in one way or another, right? Buying a protector is dipping your toe. Nile was the very first NFT, was a protector of the frequency. Didn't know anything about NFTs, didn't want an NFT. I was one of those people, didn't understand the concept of it. And then, you know, met Nile and asked me if I'd like to become a protector. And I'm like, okay, this is intriguing. And you know, I've been learning about it ever since. Yeah, you minted one of my NFTs today. That was awesome, Fitzy.
Yeah, an ultra rare too.
An ultra rare. Yeah. And so really starting to understand the tokenomics behind these types of things. You know, not all NFTs are created equal, right? Some have greater purpose than others, and some are taking real world or, you know, traditional ways into account as well, like advertising and that sort of thing. And but as a representation percentage of that, it's a way to keep track of it. It's a way to have someone connect their wallet and say, yep, they've got a protector. So any of those artists out there that want to have like a private show or whatever, boom, they can enter in, and all the fans will eat that stuff up. That's what we want. That's what we like. You know, we used to buy the albums that had the things in there where they'd write the personal stuff in there all about it. You couldn't wait to open up the album cover or the CDs and find out what was the prize inside, you know. And this provides an opportunity for so much more, you know, in my opinion.
Your opinion's right.
I'm just really super excited. We have about 40 minutes or so left. I'm wondering if there's any other technicals you guys want to touch on. I am chomping at the bit to be able to show them the website because it's so awesome. I would love for Nile to touch on maybe like what's happening. So like originally, I know you guys were you know, you were on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick. You know, we've been on there. They can go to the website and watch it. You know, on the internet as well. Are we keeping that stuff? What's in store for us, Niall?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up, to be honest. We put an announcement out today because anyone who has previously had our app on any of the previous services, that one will no longer be available. That is a real old, outdated app, and this whole transition has been getting on a massive. And this goes to what's happened since Vegas, and what we've been working towards this year is getting towards our new infrastructure, which is allowing us to do so much more with the Web3 monetization. How much faster, smoother, cleaner the website is, the extra little working features we've got now. So a big part of it is getting onto the new infrastructure. kind of forgot where I was going next as well. Forgive me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's right, guys. It's 3. We appreciate you coming at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now we love you so much.
But you're sort of just where we're going with IMUTV. Is that right?
Yeah, The fact
so
of the
to go where you were going, yeah. So with Roku, we scaled.
That was it.
We scaled. We rebuilt and rescaled so that we have the scaling in place to actually grow when we open it up. Do you remember where you're at now? Did I help you now?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's all about the scale and the whole infrastructure transition, and that was it. Sorry. So today was the start of the transition onto the new infrastructure where those previous apps have gone down. Coming this Friday is when the official launch is, where you'll be able to re-download the app on Roku. We have got guidelines in place, which we're still sort of, I'd say, I don't really know if I'm comfortable announcing them live just yet, but yeah, we will announce publicly the guidelines for when we're expecting to relaunch on Fire, which will also include the expansion to Android TV in the same process, and as well with the highly anticipated Apple TV expansion. So they are both still scheduled and looking to come early 2026, but no confirmed dates we're comfortable sharing just yet. But yeah, the IMUTV 2.0 starts this Friday. So old services are now gone. Come this Friday, you can re-download it. The website, the URL and everything like that stays the same. So that service isn't essentially disrupted. But that will be live on Friday for the new service.
True Duco says the greatest team of the century. Heck yeah. Huge step forward to relaunch the apps on those platforms. That's a big deal. Congratulations from Rosemary. Lurky Dev website looks really clean, guys. Great work. I love it. I think it's so smooth. I can't wait to share it. I have folks just being able to tell them for us, and maybe Simon can touch on this a little bit too, but for us, being the first crypto content educators on IMUTV, just having our family or friends or even myself to be able to pull it up and watch it on the big screen. It's just super cool, man, to say that I'm on IMUTV, tell my people like, well, I'm on IMUTV, it's really super cool. And so I can imagine for an artist that's been out there, yes, you got YouTube and you got all these things, but IMUTV is different. It's a whole different animal than an IMUTV or than a YouTube or a Rumble or any of those platforms. You're not going to make the kind of money first, and the connection with your fans is not going to be as great, I don't think. And the different countries and that you guys are streaming to, and not only that, it's yours. It's your material. That it's the control. YouTube can delete you at any time they want. Any of those platforms, they can delete you at any time they want. And if you don't have your stuff saved, it's all gone. With IMUTV, I guess you guys could kick them off if they were doing something really bad, but it's that they have much more control, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
So much.
If they were on these other platforms
You
or
hit it on
Spotify or something like this, right?
Oh, absolutely. The control is absolutely yours. That's the whole idea of it being an independent platform. The whole focus, and you said it right, versus being on all of these other social medias, I knew that it's a lot to combat and to compete with on social media. You got more than just music. You got people that's this, that, this, right? So, and people's attention spans are so short. Good luck. Good luck. Everybody is out there trying to put their music out on the timelines and this, that, and the third, right? And most of them aren't doing it the proper way because it's mostly spamming. And how do you get past the noise? Well, I knew as an artist, I was tired of having to try to go that route because it costs in order to, pay for advertisers for yourself for it to really get the true message out there, right? And I was like, this can't happen for an artist and an independent. So we had to create something where it was all about music and entertainment. This is what you come into IMUTV for as a viewer. This is what this is all about. So you are here to discover. This is how we present it. We're making you come. You say, "Hey, I knew. Oh, there's a place over there I can discover all new stuff." And this is why artists have a lot more, a greater opportunity for success, because they come. We have a pre-built-in audience, a pre-built-in community for the artists, with the protectors. Those people are really, you can see they support my. Say they've been supporting my music. They support Slim. They support a lot of the other artists on IMUTV. And so an artist that has 0 fans, he don't have to try to go out here and plug into social media. He's not going to get seen. He can plug in right into IMUTV right away, have 0 fans, and now you got fans because we've prepackaged the fans for you, right? And then it's all about you and your control of how you want to do it. We don't tell you that you have to wait and get 1,000 followers, 1,000 this or this and that before you can say you want to monetize your music or your content or what have you. The very first day that you get onboarded, you can monetize. So that's a huge thing. For an artist myself, now I'm not talking about this earlier. We all did earlier. I don't know how powerful an artist really can understand how that is, that you can come onto a platform for free.
Yeah.
Payments in the XRPL, any XRPL token, and not pay a fee.
No.
Right? Really?
No.
That means that's essentially, we're giving you money. We're giving you money because it costs for us to operate the platform, right? So you come on as an artist, do what you need to do. You take advantage of all the opportunities, the amazing community. These type of opportunities, get invited on show like, Dip the Toe, and just keep working and keep grinding and take advantage of the opportunity, because you're absolutely right. Here is the chance for you to have all of the control. We don't have any contracts. We don't make you sign anything exclusive. We're not looking for anything like that. So, it's really a no-brainer.
Man,
love that. All three of you have really paved the way for the independent artists. Really, you really have lots of good points tonight that I've heard from a business aspect, as well as a retaining the creation. Right, we can all be creators, but what you create is yours, right? And so you guys have paved a way that literally is changing the game of going, no, that's yours. We're just assisting you to get out there. And Rob, I love the fact that you touched on the competition on other platforms. It's more of an indirect competition, right? People, I want to laugh. I want to hear this beat. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's right. I'm supposed to make that cake. Wait, I need that gift for so-and-so, right? We all over the board, right, on social medias. And even now, I talked about social medias and getting back that this is different, right? This is different. The real value that I see, if I came out of retirement, I would come and do it only on IMUTV. I might do like a quick little 30-second short of some quick mixing or whatever, but you want to watch the full set? That's where I'm at, because I get so much more exposure to all the countries that you guys are in. I would much rather people watch me on their 98 inch big screen TV that they got at Costco on Black Friday than the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. I can't see that. But that's just me. But really what you are giving is the ability for the artist to be exposed globally, and then have payment rails, which we talked about that. Y'all talked about that a little bit, to where they could buy the NFT / the track that's being broadcasted live right there. That's the future. Again, control. You guys are offering just more control.
You said something quite amazing there, because while actually we don't have any NFT sales happening directly on site, but now there's a big push of this. Artists should really consider, while your videos are playing, create QR codes. If you have NFTs, make sure that you have that stuff showing in your content, so that people can go directly from watching you directly to purchasing. So even though you have the ability to monetize here on IMUTV, obviously, but you use IMUTV as your off ramp to shoot people to everywhere else that you have. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket. IMUTV has a lot of resources, a lot of tools, but you need your own website, you need your own socials, you need your own absolutely everything, your own collections, as many things as you could possibly do. You wouldn't, when you put your music out on a streaming platform, through the DSPs, Spotify, CD Baby, United Masters, or whomever it is, they're pushing you out to 300, 160 plus, 170 plus different places. You want to be in all of those places. Back in the day, you wanted to be on every radio station you could be on, every record store that you could be in. That's the only way you make money. So this should be no different. Artists should look at this no different. You don't just want to be on IMUTV. You want to have everything those take advantage of the education and build outward. But that's the true key component right there.
Amen to that.
I want to. We're at 9:25. I want to show the website.
Fitzy had one more comment. Then can we do the website? No, you good, Fitzy? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I'm just gonna say, I will, because I think it's actually important. We are another tool in the tool belt for our creators.
Yep.
We are another tool in the tool belt, and that's what it needs to be looked at. And when we talk about like artists coming on, like it's expensive to release music. Even as an independent artist, it can be very expensive. And one of the things that we talked about, there's a limit, right? We've got that 15 to 16 hours, I think, of time that people can release. If someone doesn't have the money to, register with a DSP, forget about all the other money that it takes, with all the other agencies you deal with. But just for your DSP to get your song out, it's not free. It's not free. It's a subscription, and not that it gets crazy, but you know what? Sometimes 60 or $100 is 60 or $100, and some people don't have that 60 or $100 to pay, and now they're restricted to get their damn creativity out.
Right.
Well, guess what? You don't have to be everywhere. You can be on IMUTV, because you can come to us. You can distribute your music through IMUTV without having to worry about all that upfront cost. And most artists are never going to, at least musicians, aren't going to have that. They're not ever going to get past that true, point. So that's all I want to say.
That hurdle.
We are a tool in the tool belt, and we all needs to be used, and we all need to work together, because we all have a certain tool, and you twist it and it's game on. So all right, sorry.
It's game on. We lost Niall. Hopefully he'll be coming back.
He'll come back.
Yeah, Optimistic says Niall's the superstar who stays up all night like her. Yeah, we late night. Niall is the late nighter. He's working and working and working. You guys all are. Yeah, Mr. Zam, Fitzy speaks truths. Yeah, it's just incredible. It's incredible what you're building. And also the fact that you're coming at it with the perspective that you're not trying to make money off the artist's backs. I mean, that's another thing that just really sticks out. And you're the perfect example of how we win when we do lift each other up, when we give each other the opportunity and shine the light in ways that need to be shown to the world. And without expecting the artist to be paying, well, I'm going to lift you up, but I'm going to take a major cut of revenue from you if you do. Or, like I've heard you guys talk about before, they get on Spotify and those types of things. Or the fellow that was on our show, Faces of Crypto, you might make pennies with your songs on StreamYard or Spotify. And, you think you made it. You're so excited, and your family and friends can find you on Spotify, but you ain't making squat. You're not making anything, And then, I mean, I don't even know too, like when I first started streaming and getting into all these different like podcasting platforms and whatever, like you upload your stuff, like you're sometimes signing agreements like that's their intellectual property now, right? I mean, or they got a little hand in the pot on your intellectual property. And, many of us are so hungry. We're just like, I just need to get ourselves out there. No one's going to see us unless I do this, right? And you guys are saying, no, you can be on us. You can get on our backs. Like, we'll lift you up and teach you. And that is just like, hats off to you for doing that.
Well, you know, I'm gonna be just. I mean, this is just Rob and us. This is these the way these gentlemen think. I don't see how in this life you can get ahead if you don't think this way. This is just me. I know everybody doesn't.
How I think too.
This is just the way that I think. My whole life, everything that I do, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, I'm thinking about how I can help somebody. It has not failed me ever. And when I'm at my bleakest points, not knowing what I'm getting ready to do next, something happens. Something just happens, and then I credit that to always trying to, you know, my parents always told me, just be a good person as much as you possibly can. It won't be easy. And then as time goes on of being that type of person, the universe, if you believe in the laws of attraction, those things that just are attracted to you, the people around you, the opportunities that come towards you, you name it, it just completely changes. And it's almost, it's on autopilot, you know, after a while, because I live with this extreme amount of love. Y'all hear what I say every time you talk to me. The word for the day and every day is love. Spread the word. This is my motto in life. And no matter what happens, something turns right back on. And then I've learned now, for real, I can't wait to finally see an artist who on IMUTV gets registered as platinum or registered as gold or registered in that world. I just can't wait to see it. And I tell these artists, they're like, man, Rob, when that happen, bro, I'm gonna look through this. I say, no, you're not. You're just gonna stand up there, you're gonna smile, you're gonna enjoy it, and that's all I need from you is your success. That's all I need. You don't have to give me anything. That's all I need from you is your success. So yeah, you're right. We are doing that. We will do that and continue to do that. And you know, my brothers, you know, they so wholeheartedly push the same exact thing that it's rare. It's really rare. You know what I'm saying, right, Jimmy?
Yes, sir. You hit the nail on the head with that tool. So yeah, it's what it is, right? Like, don't get me wrong. We're gonna make money. It ain't about giving shit away for free, because ain't none of us working this damn hard for free, right? Right. Let's just be real. Let's cut through that. However, it is about something bigger. It's always been about something bigger. It's gonna be about something bigger. And I tell them in our meetings all the time, it's not about now, 6 months from now, a year from now, but it's what is it 10 years from now? What does it look like? And that's where we've scaled. You know, and then you're gonna pivot, right? But it's game on. So, oh man, I thought I was gonna have to do the website review now.
Nah, we're doing.
I was getting ready.
Yeah,
I was getting ready to say. I mean, I could do it. I've been in it with him like crazy lately, but you know, but I'd rather him do it. But game on.
Fantastic. I want to say thank you to the 197 folks that are in here watching Dip a Toe Show tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel or our Rumble channel at Dip a Toe, please go over there and do that. Thank you guys for showing up. We really, really appreciate it. I'm chomping at the bit to show this website. Do I have your permission for a little sneaky peeky on the Dip a Toe Show? Let's go. All right. So I am going to put this up here. I'm actually going to make it really big for a half a second here so people can really enjoy what it looks like. And then if you want to kind of navigate and tell me what to do, I will do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Melissa, by all means, wherever you want to go with it. This is the brand new landing page for the website. As you can see, just immediately, if anyone has experienced the old IMUTV website, a complete overhaul on the design. So much sleeker, cleaner, faster. You'll notice as Melissa does navigate it as well. But yeah, Melissa, I mean, wherever you want to go, that is just the landing page. So you don't really need to scroll too much through there. I think the big juice is on the menu, the top right corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is where you've got the browse to explore all the content that's on demand. This isn't full right now, so what you will see on Friday when we do launch 2.0, you're going to see a load new like carousels, a load more of them instead of just those 4. But that will be stacked with content at that point. Go on, Simon.
I was gonna say what was that, but I see it. It's AI artists, man. You y'all giving the AI artists. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm glad you noticed that, Simon, and I was actually going to mention that little top section at the top there as well. So even the browse page has got a whole new UI, a lot easier to find the content you're looking for, whether it is music videos, Web3 content, or as you've mentioned, the AI artistry. Now, we've gone back and forth about this since Vegas, in all honesty. Well, since day one of this, and you know where we're going. At the end of the day, we are here to support all independent artists, but at the core of that is the true creatives, and they deserve their own category. There's so much AI, and there's no disrespect to the AI music, but there is so much AI music getting generated right now. It is absolutely insane, and it's a discredit to mix that in with the proper musicians, the proper artists. Right. But we still want to provide a platform for the AI creatives, because AI is an incredible tool, and it's some of the music is great. Some of it is 50-50, but some of it is great, and it allows everyone that opportunity to direct their vision into a song. And that's something you'll hear Fitzy stress a lot, and us stress a lot, that the AI artistry, it's directing. You're a director of the production instead of the actual artist or creator behind it. Man. Simon, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, so I like that you kept the separation, right? So to the end user, like for me, just a retired DJ, is this the real artist, or am I spinning AI? But at the end of the day, someone is creating a prompt. Someone got headphones on. They're listening to it. I mean, Melissa did the dip a toe thing. She spent hours. She put in time and creative work into that piece. Now, did she have to spend weeks on end doing it? No, it was, maybe it was done in a weekend, but nonetheless, AI definitely is a tool. And I see in the future where you're going to have on stage performers as such, in the traditional sense, leverage AI and bring it into their shows or on their albums. They'll find a way to leverage it. I think there'll be another merger of the two. But I think that's great that you guys have taken the helm here and given AI artists a place to show their vision, if you will, that was created digitally, super fast. I think that's great, because it's there's people out there that are very creative, but they really don't come out the closet. They don't like to come out the closet, but AI gives them something to be able to at least express themselves in a way. And then now here's a platform to where they can at least share that with the world. As Fitzy said earlier, if you're creating something, do not leave that stuff on a hard drive before you graduate this earth, man. So
I'm really digging this. I'm really digging this, guys. Keep talking. I'm just gonna go around and browse the website as you're speaking. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, go for it. Fitzy, what you got, man?
Since you opened that door.
So I did.
You did.
Let's go.
I was right. It was a struggle. I have a real struggle with it, right? But I do also understand. I understand the process. I understand the feeling that comes with it, and you can't fight technology, and it's here. And one of the things that I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it to a point, as long as it's not taken out of my pocket. Well, it's technically taken out of my pocket, because I'm involved in a class action suit because I have publishing.
Right.
Music that was scraped and used, right?
Right.
But now we've kind of taken this stance that it's like, okay, we're going to allow it to play, but there's going to be no reporting on it. There's going to be no monetization on it,
right,
for now. But all the big boys are coming in play, right? You have Warner with Studio, you have Universal with Udio, you have Clay, which nobody knows, but all of the labels own Clay. Once that happens, that will change the stance from IMUTV, because it does come down to monetizing AI music that's been ethically produced.
Right. No, I feel that. Because there's
the first quarter of what should be the first quarter of next year when we see it.
Well, this really what we're for those that don't know a little bit of, at least here in the States, your music history. There's the song called Under Pressure. Well, in the late 80s, early 90s, there was a dude out of Florida. You might have heard him. His name's Vanilla Ice, and he took the backtrack from that and used it for one of his songs. It went did it go triple platinum? Or I know it went platinum, right?
Yeah,
his Ice Ice Baby song, right? The thing to put him on scene, right?
Yeah, I think it went triple platinum.
Right, but there was huge dispute over that, and
yeah, we're live.
And hi, hey,
there we are on IMUTV, guys, and look at how easy. Look at you can choose the different ones, and as these guys get loaded in here, there's going to be a lot more choices.
That's so awesome. And we can move on, but you know what I mean, because this could be actually a show we could have.
Oh, totally. I was gonna bring it back around to where, okay, for me. Okay, so I'm DJ, right? So I literally am the real AI, right? I take other people's music, I go on Wax, and I try to make my own beats with already what they created, right? I mix, match, and do all that, right? So already DJ's got a bad beat just because of that, right? You're taking my stuff and you throwing a little concert, and I'm not getting plug on you using my track to do the thing, right? Okay, so that's a money publishing. You're using my works for X, Y, and Z. Where I could see the reverse of this, because DJing got me in the studio. Okay, I want to make my own. I've been making my cheddar off of somebody else's good work that they did X amount of years ago, right? I got a dance floor packed in a nightclub because I'm playing somebody else's stuff, but I got paid to do the gig, right? So there's a little bit of that. Where I see AI, I think AI is just going to be but it can be used as a tool to get the new artists. I create this is great, I like this, but now going back to the old school, because everybody goes back to the origin. Everybody, it doesn't matter. Like guitars, drums, all that stuff still going to be very relevant in the future, right? It's just, instead of it progressing, it's going to regress. And I've noticed that with technology just overall, that we always go 2-3 steps forward, but there's at least one, maybe 1.5 steps back to bring what got us here back to the forefront a little bit, so I can see where AI, someone that's making AI music is going to go, nah, man, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I mean, this guy's doing it. I actually really want to do that. And now I'm going to sit there and try to jam out my mama's basement with AI and me trying to do some things like that, but I hear the struggle. I definitely can see the struggle, Fitzy, but I take my hat to you guys for at least giving an outlet for them.
Well, we have to, because again, it's a tool. It is a tool in the 100%. Arsenal of, because there has been AI used in music.
Oh yeah,
right? Previously,
a long time ago.
But not at this scale, right? And it's just, again, for me, it was the ethical standard of the creation, right?
Amen.
Once everything's licensed, right? Beyond that, have at it. Game on, and that's why we have it there, because there is some good songs. I mean, look at the songs that Connie writes. It's like Connie is an amazing writer, and that's what it should be used for. Which is awesome. You know what I mean? Right. I love it. Like I said, when we get in this debate, for me, it's always just about the license it.
Yes.
So, anyways, let's get to that site.
All right,
we only have like 10 minutes left, and I would love for this opportunity, for you to have the opportunity. So there's 210 people watching right now. One thing I noticed on your website is advertise your company on TV worldwide with IMUTV. You want to touch on that a little bit, because this is an incredible opportunity for folks that want to support, want to get their businesses out there. They have the opportunity to advertise to a global audience as well. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. If you was to scroll down a touch further, Melissa, on that page, just below that image, again on the storage, very similar to the storage page, there's 4 little display cards, sort of giving an overview of what we can offer businesses coming in and looking for global advertising. And just bear this in mind, like your company, your project, whatever you're looking to advertise would be getting advertised on TV all across the world where we're broadcasting out to. So as well as being online, and the way we can do that is, honestly, we can break it down. It's completely custom packaging for you as a company. What do you need? Is it video placement? Is it banner placement and QR code placement, little overlays? There's a multitude of ways that we can advertise your company, whether it's in the live channels or attached to content and whatnot. So yeah, we are a global broadcasting company that does come with advertising, and obviously, yeah, this is a way for any company looking for that global advertising to get involved. Melissa, as well, before I forget, I did notice a couple of comments throughout, which I did want to sort of answer. I believe Optimistic asked about the premium section on one of the VOD channels, the browse sections. The premium section will be for locked content. So for any artists that choose to lock and sell their content, there will be premium channels and premium rows to find and identify that. Right now, there is nothing locked. I believe there's one track still sat in it. I think it's in the music videos tab, Melissa. There's one video in it right now, but that's where essentially you'll see that. And then clicking them, it won't open up the media player. It will open up the checkout option where whatever prices that artist has set, that's where you can choose what price you want to pay and unlock that content essentially. So that's what the premium section was about. I believe there was another one about the faucet as well and the protector side of it. So the IMUTV 2.0, this website, this is just the overhaul of the IMUTV website. The protectors is still live and kicking over at improtectors.com, and that can actually be found on the partnerships page as well. At the bottom, we've got a little section explaining the partnership between IMU and the protectors. And as Melissa's just pulled up there, the protector site is still live and kicking. That's where you can get the daily XFT, the online game, the burn to earn, the token gated events, which is just for NFT holders, where we bring artists from IMU and perform private concerts, and so much more. Everything we do with the Web3 side of what we're doing, it will be on this site, and the Web2, the broadcasting side, is on IMUTV. So yeah, I think that was that. They were most of the comments, the questions that I see in the comments. Unless you've got anything else, Melissa.
No, what I did want to show is, so when you come to this website, imutv.tv, you can actually search out. So like I just put dip in the title and boom, I can easily find Dip a Toe on this website. I'm using a lot of resources right now, so it's spinning because I'm trying. I got too many things open. But there's our Thorchain. But yeah, it is super cool. It's so nice and clean, guys. I love the way that it looks. It's an incredible opportunity for, whether you are, if there's anything else you want me to share on here. Otherwise, I'm going to take us back to hopefully the place where we were before.
Take us back. If they've missed anything, they're going to have to come through on Friday and catch it on the launch of IMUTV 2.0. Right. Yeah, thank you, Melissa.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I love it. I love the site. It's an incredible opportunity for independent artists, advertisers. If you have a business, You know, like I said, you just go to the IMUTV.tv. It's got all of the information there if you're interested in signing up, whether you have a show like Dip a Toe Show, whether you're a music artist and you have a video and you want to participate in that way, or say you're like X Meme or TrueFi, Wandering Footprint, you know, all these different people that we know, TI Project. You want to advertise your company on IMUTV. You just go to IMUTV, go to the advertising, advertise with us, fill out that form, and they'll get back with you. Right? It's easy peasy.
Yeah, and can I take that a step further? Then get some content for your project, your company, your meme, whatever it may be. Chuck it onto IMUTV, chuck it behind a paywall, behind the token that for your community, and bring some extra value and utility to your token as well. And get that instant monetization in place. So yeah, 100% get on for advertising, get your content on, and get some content locked and monetized for it as well. But yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's a multitude of ways.
So this is something you just touched on. So people that are doing this, no matter how they want people to pay, how they want to token gate it, whether they want to token gate it with an NFT, whether they want to token gate it with their own token, whether they want to allow people to pay, you know, in any other kind of way, they're in full control over that, correct?
So just to clarify, it's Web3 payments to start with. No sort of token gating of NFTs right now. It's Web3 payments, but artists can lock content and place it behind any XRPL token and as many as they want. So, for example, you could lock a different content and offer it for 50 different XRPL tokens, whatever tokens you want to accept as an artist, and those funds go straight to yourself. So yeah, it's more so the lock-in of content and then using the XRPL payment channels to unlock that content.
Yeah. And is that set up for them, for us to be able to do, or do we have to build that in our own little, because when someone signs up for it, they're going to get their own little channel, right? Their own little page, I should say. Right?
If that's what they sign for, if they're going for a live channel or something, so it depends on what they're going for. But yeah, it's all down to them. Like in the onboarding process, when you're uploading the form, there's a content monetization section where you select whether you want it to be public or locked. And if you select locked, you've got the option to have it in traditional USD price, XRP, RLUSD, XFT, or any, and then you can add any custom token on the XRPL. So, and that's just done so by adding the token ticker, issuer, and then the amount that you want to lock that for. And we handle all that on the back end in terms of the logic behind it. But yeah, it's as simple as that for a creator to lock the content. In terms of the onboarding, and this is it's as customizable as they want. So if they want to accept Web3 only, not Web2, they can do that. If they only want to accept their own token, not XRP, not RLUSD, like if they want to accept everything, they can do that. It's entirely up to them.
Man, and can you switch between, or would you have to create like two separate pages then? So like when you're signing up and if it's locked, right, would you have like one that is for token gated or private only, and then have to have a page that's public? Or
no. So it's like on the browse section where we've got that premium section. Yours would essentially go into a premium channel. It would have the lock symbol on it, and you'd have like a little unlock button. And when you click it, you don't get access to the media player unless you've purchased it. So you'd be presented with the checkout, and it would display all the prices that artist has chosen in little bubbles, and you select the price that you want to pay. So if, say for example, you've got 20 prices listed, but I want to pay an XFT and that's one listed there, I'll select XFT, make the payment, and then the content's unlocked. I go back to it and I get access straight to the media player. And as long as I'm logged in, whether I'm logged in online or any of the TV apps that we've got, that content will be available.
Man, I mean, I'm thinking of like bingo, right? Bingo, playing bingo, people coming in, they can play with their bingo tokens, they unlock it, they're playing with people in different countries. And I mean, I'm seeing all kinds of opportunities with this.
Bingo, Spiffy, Taylor French with the farm token. Do you know what I mean? All these artists that are sort of building a lot of utility around a specific token. This is another way just to add to that token, add to all those people that are holding that. Because there's it's a way for a discovery as well. Let's take it to an artist point of view. It's a way for artists to market to a whole new audience. If you're accepting a token from a whole new community, say for example you've never heard of the Schmeckles community, and then you start accepting payments in Schmeckles, well, you might there might create a buzz around them because they've now got another way to spend their token, and it's just extra utility, extra things to do with that token. So, and that's for any token, any community, any project out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a way to tap into new communities for discovery.
Man, I'm so excited, you guys, and so honored. And you know, Dipper Toes got a token. And I just created my first NFT. I did an NFT trial run, and so we're, be on the lookout for that, guys, because it's a coming. So we only got a couple minutes left. I would love for you guys to go around the room if you have any final thoughts at all. Guys, I'm going to drop the link to the After Dark space in the chat. We would love for everyone to come over and join us and continue this conversation. But Niall, any final thoughts?
Oh, fucking, I mean, only just thank you to all of the community. So much love and support. Just love for you all, especially for the support shown for myself while I've been deep in code, because I know I've taken a back seat in terms of the social aspect, and it has just been deep in code to get us to where we are now. So I can only thank the community for the continued trust and support in what we're doing here. And hey, I can't wait for Friday. It's game on from Friday. Back into just getting that exposure for the artist, helping getting them seen and heard, and now paid as well. So it's exciting times. I know there's been a couple of comments just real quickly about the socials. Right now, it is just mainly X. We are in the process of revamping the other socials, just so we're as clean and polished as IMUTV 2.0. So we're ready to expand onto the other platforms. So you'll see them get dropped over the next throughout December as they're touched up. But Melissa, Simon, love you guys. I can't thank you enough for everything yourselves. You are legends of IMUTV, for the pioneers of the Web3, IMUTV Web3. So let's go. Love you guys.
We love you so much. Fitzy, any final words?
Well, yeah, I'll kind of keep it short. You got, now that you can run over, how much time you got? No, I'm just playing.
We got until 10:09. Like, they don't do the clips if you don't do 2 hours. So.
I know. I'm just playing. Sorry. I just want to thank you and Simon again for having us on here, and everybody out in the community, everyone that's watching. You got to hear this back and forth, but just take away, especially if you are a creative. Like, there is somewhere for you here. We've talked about everything, and the one community we left out a little bit is that whole fine art area. We've really been seeing that tick, and that's a special spot for me, for my girl Milk. She is a fine art artist, and we talked about last night, taking and creating slideshows and syncing, and then doing like a collaboration with musicians and using the music with those to make these 10 or 15-minute runs. So we have a fine art channel. So it's like, there's all these things. So we have a spot for everybody, and I'm excited as hell. It's like, I'm excited for Friday. Y'all be here on Friday, see the official launch. But again, thank you, Melissa, Simon, always, and enjoy the stage again, always with my brothers. Appreciate you guys.
We love you too. We appreciate you too. Mr. Rob.
Y'all, I mean, what more needs to be said? We so adore you both. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be able to, because some real name people have come across this stage here on Dipper Toe now, and I'm so proud of you and what you guys have built here. You really had some people on this show that are going to be changing the world, and to be included as a guest here, It's an honor. We truly appreciate it. So much gratitude for this community, so much love for this community, and so much love for what we're doing, and so much love for each other, as you can see. And we just appreciate it, man. Everybody keeps showing up and showing out for us. So you already know what I say. The word for today and every day is love. Just keep spreading that. Keep spreading.
Oh, I love you guys.
All right. And Jay, yes, you can be the next Kurt Loder on
Yes, you can.
IMUTV.
Yes, Kurt Loder. Yes, you can. When I saw that, I was like, yes, absolutely.
Let's
Long live
go.
Kurt.
All right, guys. Simon, any quick final words? I'm already late. I know it. I knew it's going to happen.
Think, grow, and dip that toe. We gotta go.
Meet us on the other side at 1010 on X, guys. We love you. Thank you so much. Thanks to the audience. Have a good rest of the night. IMUTV.tv. Go check it out. Be there or be square. Love you guys.